welcome to Yoga with Kylie and this nice restorative practice just to calm any anxiety or nervousness that you may have around the latest lockdown. So you'll need a few props and things, and just make do with the things that you have around the house. So grab yourself a couple of pillows if you don't have bolsters. I'm using a little kind of bean cushion. It could be a block, or if you don't have a block, just make sure you've got enough pillows. I'm also going to use a sandbag. You don't have to use a sandbag. It could just be anything with a little bit of weight. Could even be your purse, depending on how heavy that is. And I'm using a blanket and also a chair. So hopefully you have those things, and just kind of make do with whatever you do have within the house. So we're going to begin with a little bit of tapping on the sternum. So this is a acupressure point in TCM that helps to just kind of emotionally reset things. So if you are feeling a little bit flustered or anxious, or a little bit out of balance, this can help to bring back a little sense of balance. It's also good for balancing the right and left sides of the body and the brain. And also touch can be a really useful thing for just bringing us back into that sensorial experience of the body. Because often when we get into that place of anxiety or fear, it is the mind that is really governing the show. And the amygdala, which is a structure in the brain that really feeds on our fears, particularly. So when we allow ourselves to just bring a little bit more awareness to sensation, so particularly right now, noticing the sensation of this tapping on the sternum, it starts to bring a little bit more body awareness, and that body awareness takes us out of the thinking mind and into our sensing, feeling body. Good, and then just stop that for a moment, close the eyes or soften your gaze, and just notice how it feels. And notice that vibration, and that sensation in and around the sternum, the breastbone. And then take your fingertips and start to rub up your forehead. So we'll do a little bit of facial massage as well. So moving the skin up, the fascia up. Notice when you get kind of worried, often this is where we hold a lot of that tension in and around the forehead. So just allowing that gentle massage to help relax some of those muscles. And then start to draw around the eyes, the occipital bone with your fingertips. And again, this pressure is helping to stimulate certain receptors within our fascial layers that help to calm the nervous system down, help to just relay that sense of safety, or just allow the body to really relax. And go all the way out to the edges, towards the ears. And then you can trace it around the jaw and up to your ears. Same thing, just a decent amount of pressure. So you're stimulating those receptors that really like that deep, firm pressure. And those receptors communicate directly to our vagus nerve, which is the nerve that innervates our parasympathetic nervous system response. And then draw around the cheekbones. And then you can do just light little taps all across the face. And trace around your lips. This is a really great way of soothing and calming the nervous system as well. And then again, just rest the hand on your lap, close your eyes, take a moment and just notice. And then we'll do a Brahmari or buzzy bee breath. So it's a humming sound. And you make the humming sound for the length of your exhalation. I'm going to close off the ears, so that little bit of cartilage in the ears, you'll press that in. And just really notice the resonance within the skull. And what the humming sound does is innervate the vagus nerve, which runs through the back of the throat near your vocal cords. So if you just press lightly, and we'll do 3 rounds of this, so just pressing lightly the cartilage in, take a breath in, and then hum. One more. Just release the hands, and again, just check in, notice what you notice within the body, becoming more aware of sensation, the physical sense of your body. And then open the eyes, and I'm going to use my blanket to sit on. If you're okay sitting on the floor, you can sit on the floor, or you may want a cushion to sit on. And you'll use your chair. However, if you don't have a chair, you could stack a lot of pillows depending on how flexible you are. I like having the chair because it just means that I'm not going to go into too much range of motion, so I really can just allow my body to rest. And then stack the arms on the chair, so you can either have the legs out long or cross-legged if that feels comfortable for you. And then rest your forehead on the chair. So if you've got a wooden chair or a hard chair, then you want to put some blankets or a cushion on it so that your forehead is not resting on something hard. And then just allow your body to relax. And this point at the center of the forehead is also a really good point for just calming our nervous system down. It's called the yin tang in Chinese medicine. Or the third eye point in yoga. And then in this position, can you bring awareness to the back body and filling into the back rib space with your breath? And make your exhalation a little longer. So can you make it 2 counts longer than your inhale? So if your inhale is 3 counts, your exhale will be 5. And forwards folds having a very calming effect on the nervous system as well. And then if the breath out at 5 feels comfortable, you might increase it to 6. So you don't want to be forcing it too much, but just as the breath naturally feels like it wants to extend, you can extend it. All the while feeling the back body expand with each breath in. And a sense of just letting go with each exhalation. And becoming really aware of the physical sensations in the body, the feeling of your breath as it enters and exits. The pressure on your forehead. And if a 6 count exhalation feels okay, you might increase it to 7. And we can let our bodies relax and move more into the parasympathetic nervous system. It gives us that opportunity to really be able to see more possibilities, but also to respond to events rather than react or overreact. It gives us a little bit more clarity in terms of what's happening and how we should respond. And if it feels okay, see if you can increase the exhale to 8 counts. You might even visualize that exhalation going down through your sitting bones into the ground and into the earth. And just very carefully starting to press your way up. You can move the chair out of the way. And then set up your bolsters or your pillows. So I'm going to have mine on a little bit of an angle, in which case, grab a couple of cushions or your blocks and place them underneath the bolster or the pillow that you're using. Then I'm going to spread out this blanket just to give my knees a little bit of support. And then sit yourself side saddle up against your bolster, one leg forward, one leg back in what we'd call a deer position. And then see if you can spiral your torso towards the bolster. Now at this point you may need to just adjust your sitting position, maybe move the hips back so that you can lay down and have your chest supported by the bolster. And then you can choose which way your head is going to turn based on what feels best in your body. And you can also play around with the leg position, maybe extending them out a little or keeping them closed. You can even stack them on top of one another if that feels comfortable for you. And then just see if you can allow your body to relax into the shape. I like to think of it as almost cuddling a great big teddy bear. And you can again bring the awareness into the back body and filling into that space between the shoulder blades. And then returning to that focus on your breath and seeing if you can slow down the exhalation again. So notice what it is at the moment. Maybe it's 5 or 6. And then as you observe the breath, slowly over the next few minutes, you'll start to increase the exhalation without trying to force it though. So as soon as it starts to feel like it's too much work or your mind is getting agitated, the body is getting agitated, and just drop that and simply observe your breath. And become aware of the sensation of your breath. And the sensations within the body, maybe you're feeling a little bit of a stretch sensation somewhere. And scan the body, notice if you're holding tension anywhere unnecessarily, and can you let that go? And how deeply can you relax into this shape? And just very slowly press your way up. And we'll make our way onto the other side. And just rolling over the pelvis, resetting the legs, twisting the spine around so that you can bring your chest down onto the bolster. And then choosing the position for your head that feels the most supportive, the most relaxing. Returning to that awareness on the breath. And seeing if you can slow down the exhalation. At the same time, being aware of sensation in the body. So the more awareness we can bring to our physical body and sensation, the more we can take ourselves out of the thinking mind. The thinking mind that likes to ruminate, it likes to worry, it likes to forecast, rather than be really present with what is. And is there anywhere in the body that you could relax a little more? And the world that we live in is very much sympathetic nervous system dominant, so flight, fight, freeze response. It's all about the doing, the achieving, the getting things done. And this pandemic also creates a heightened state of that flight, fight, freeze response, as we're always on edge, not sure what's going to happen, not sure how safe, secure, stable things are.
And so these practices that allow us to come back into the parasympathetic nervous system, which is where all of the rest, the digest functions of the body happen, but also our healing, our cell repair. It's also that place where we conserve energy. And it's that place that we make better decisions from, problem solve. And just nice and slowly press your way up. And move the bolsters and things out to one side. Grab your chair once again. And you're going to place your feet on top of the chair. So get yourself nice and close to the chair. Feet go on top. And then slide a pillow or a bolster underneath. And then just work out the distance that you need so that the legs feel comfortable. So it might be slightly bent. They might be a little straighter. You may want a pillow or something under the head. And then that thing that is a little bit weighted, you're going to rest that rather just on the bottom of your sternum and xiphoid process. So again, there's a really good acupressure point at the bottom of your sternum, part of the conception vessel that is also about calming the shen or calming the spirit. In these times of uncertainty, we need that shen, that spirit, to remain in that place of calm, to be able to relax, to enable us to sleep, to rest and restore. Inversion's also really good for just kind of flipping our perspective, allowing us to see things from another angle. Also very calming for the nervous system as well. Now, as you breathe, just notice that slight pressure on the chest. That slight pressure on the front of the chest, also enabling the breath to move a little more into the back body. Again, just asking yourself, is there anywhere I could let go or relax a little more? And sometimes the insight that we need to solve problems or come up with an answer or to see clearly comes when we give ourselves that ability to just rest, to relax, to let go of that need to do, to achieve, to accomplish. And parasympathetic phase of the nervous system is also how we tend, befriend, and connect. It enables us to create deeper connections to one another. As well as a deeper connection to ourselves, our bodies. And to come out of this, just simply slowly take your feet off of the chair. And you can just wiggle your way down the mat a little until the bolster rests underneath your knees. You can keep the weighted object or sandbag on your chest. And maybe take a pillow or something underneath the head if you need it. Just take a few moments in Shavasana, just to let the body integrate everything that it's been through, to relax again more deeply. As you rest in Shavasana again, see if you can come back to slowing down your exhalation. As you slow down the exhalation, can you let your body relax more deeply with each exhale? And allow yourself to rest for as long as you need to. No rush. And thank you for practicing with me. Hari Om Tat Sat.